Well, good morning. Pastor Greg here, Faith Lutheran Church, here at Harvey, North Dakota, coming to you with my midweek check-in. It is, in fact, the 23rd of November, day before Thanksgiving. And I'm just glad that you're taking a few minutes. Thank you for spending some time with me here on this format. And I'm just excited for all the things that have been happening lately here at Faith. And so I have a few thanks to come about. First of all, just thanks for those who helped with the murder mystery. There's a lot that goes on. A special shout out to Kristen McKinven, who always provides the meal and makes the tables look pretty. And certainly a shout out to my lovely wife Judy for stepping in and helping where things need to be helped, as well as the kids taking up their valuable time, especially this time of year, to go through rehearsals and then join in the fun on that Friday night this year. We did that, so thankful for all those, and then those who stayed afterwards to help um, change the sanctuary back to its format for church on Sunday. So many hands make light work. And so in about an hour, we had that switch back over. How great is that? Thanks to those who helped with the Central Dakota Ministerial Association's Thanksgiving uh, service that we hosted here at Faith, an interdenominational gathering of just hearing about people being thankful for the things we have in this city uh, and surrounding communities. You know, when town of 1,500 to 1,700 or so, we are blessed with all of the services that we have here, and we should be thankful for those as well. Then on Saturday, this last Saturday, the Women of Faith they made 50 apple pies for a fundraiser. It was good to see that most of them sold on Sunday, and then we were able to bring a few to the nursing home as well. Uh, so that's a great thing, and that was a fundraiser for, and I don't have it with me. Sorry. Anyway, so things coming up. Of course, this is Thanksgiving week, and so Thanksgiving tomorrow the church is closed. Tomorrow, I think I'll be in a little bit on Friday, and certainly the upcoming Sunday is the beginning of Advent. It's hard to believe we're really that close to Christmas already. So join us on our Advent worship services 10:30 on Sunday morning. And then we'll also offer, starting on the 30th, a Wednesday evening Advent service. And those of you who've been through this, we didn't do this last year just because we were still being cautious. Um, but we're going to return back to the format of a meal and a story, and so we'll gather and worship in a different way at tables, have a meal, and then while we're having the meal, hear a story, um, uh, and then that's an Advent type story, and so it's kind of fun. So do join us, 6 o'clock. I think we'll probably start eating, to start the service a little after that, so we'll get people a moment to get here, and so that's that. So that's what's coming up. Of course, watch for all the stuff. There is going to be an open house for Faith here for anybody who would like to come and just chat and sit and have coffee and eat some goodies on December 8th. And that's in the afternoon. Don't have the time set in front of me, so I'm sorry I wasn't prepared to give you that either. I guess I'm failing today. Anyway, so those are some of the couple of things that are coming up. And I'll talk more about Christmas services and stuff like that as we get closer. So, that being said, that's all I'm going to say about the things that are going on here. So, text wise, this is the first Sunday in Advent. And I want to kind of just take a quick look at Matthew 24:36 through 44. And the ESV labels this section, "No one knows that day or hour." And it really is just a text about being prepared. And I'm not really going to pull any particular text or any particular verse out of it. But well, maybe verse 43 says, "But know this, that if the master of the house had known in what part of the night the thief was coming, he would have stayed awake and would not have let his house be broken into." And in my mind, I thought this statement that we all say, "If I had only known." How many times in your life had you said, "If I'd only known"? And that's what Jesus is teaching his people in this text today, is to be prepared so that when the time comes, when his return comes, you won't say, "If I'd only known." Um, we do this in everything in our lives, medical care. If I'd only known I had this, I would have gone to the doctor sooner. If I'd only known that that there was an accident on the highway, I would have taken a different way. If I'd only known that there was a storm coming, and we do that here all the time. We we worry of, we keep track of the weather. We're a rural community. That's what we do. We talk about the weather. We keep track of the weather. And it amazed me once when I was talking with some young guy from South Dakota, and we were in a chat room situation or a classroom situation, and I'd asked him if he was prepared for the upcoming snow blizzard that was going to come across South Dakota, and he was right in the, I mean, where he lives, he would be right in the middle of it. And he looked at me like he was dumbfounded, and he picked up his phone and he looked at it and he said, "Well, I don't have any alerts yet." And I thought, wow, he's waiting for somebody else to tell him something when he can be prepared on his own. So this idea of being prepared is so important, and we don't know the day that we're going to die. And being prepared to join the Lord in everlasting life has to be done before we get there. I mean, it can be done anytime before we get there, but the sooner you do it, the less stress you'll have. So be prepared for the end of time, when your time is done or when the Lord comes. And it's as simple as just listening to the Lord and responding. Um, I'm not going to really go much more into that text at all. And so that's kind of where I am with it. So please, be prepared uh, in many different ways. Boy Scouts teach us to be prepared, and by being prepared, we can in our in our in our Christian walk, we can be prepared to be with the Lord um, on that day. Well, that's all I'm going to say about that. So certainly, Thanksgiving's coming up. If you're traveling, be safe. Watch the weather. Watch the traffic. Um, Make sure that you're prepared for that trip before you take off. So I guess prayers this week would just be praying for all the families that gathered together, and pray in a way that, sometimes family gatherings are stressful in many, many different ways. And sometimes we forget that someone that comes may not be as excited about being there as we are. But do pray for families, pray for the safe travel, pray for family gatherings to be fun and welcoming, and pray for just the meal. Be thankful in the meal, and thankful for family. All right, so then take one person and pray for them today. So that's what I've got. As you go on your way this week, grace, peace, and blessings to you. And as always, do take care.